97.9 The Box.
Yeah.
Here we are at the Dub Car Show. We got the incredible Lecrae right here.
Yeah.
I have to ask you this because I noticed the little kids will run up to you like, oh, Lecrae.
Yeah.
Now, what this means is you have, I hate to say this, don't get mad at me, you have crossed over.
Oh, man.
You have, though, because they don't realize the positivity in which you
For
speak.
sure.
Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
So, is that exciting? Is this part of the plan? Is this happening a lot now? All that.
Yeah, it's love. I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying, I accept it. You know, I accept just the reality that, you know, it's like sports. I look at it like sports. It's like, you know, football is for everybody. Basketball is for everybody. It ain't just one little niche market that, you know, but you know, the hood can enjoy it. And we all like our little things about different stuff. So, you know, it's something for everybody, man. Yeah.
But they don't, like I said, there's a lot of positivity in what
sure.
you speak.
Absolutely.
And it has to be exciting to know that now you're at a place now where your audience is like, you know, you're at our car show.
Yeah.
It's not just,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
audience. There's a secular audience now
Right.
that you've been able to introduce to what you're doing.
Yeah.
A lot of brothers doing what you're doing and sisters have not been able to penetrate.
Right.
You know, you got a few like the Kirk Franklins and all that, but especially on the rap side, there have been
Yeah.
very few that could penetrate the secular market.
You gotta
and you've
be-
been able to do that without compromising yourself
Who
one
I
bit.
am. You got to
How?
be willing to endure the hate. That's what you got to be willing to do. You got to be willing to endure the hate. Because, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, they're going to hate you on either side when you are, you know, consistently walking in this lane that people think you know, this side going to say, hey, man, you can't, you know, you fake. You what you doing at the car show? And then this side going to say, you fake. What you doing at the car show? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, man, I just got to be me and just walk that narrow line. And man, that's what it is.
How did you get comfortable with that? Because I know in the beginning it had to be a fight to say, I'm going to still do what I'm supposed to do,
Yeah.
but I don't care where I'm able to take my message.
Oh yeah, man. I think for me, at the end of the day, it came from seeing people like me. It's a lot of people just like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some girls up there with some clothes on that the Saints wouldn't appreciate, who are big fans.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And because you know what I'm saying, but they gonna be at church on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna come over here and do what they gotta do. You know, so it's like it's a lot of normal people just like me who live in the same world that I live in, man. I'm speaking to their life and speaking to their everyday situation. So
Do you ever get, well, I guess you're at a point now where you don't have to get approval from the Saints, so to speak.
Yeah.
They expect you to do what you're doing now, and there is no question about it.
Yeah.
Is that a pretty,
Yeah.
that's an assumption of mine. I don't know if that's the case.
I think that's what it is. I think people been, you know, it's kind of like you always been looking for something that it's like you can't find. It's almost like before there was a Chipotle, you was like, man, I love, you know, this kind of food, but I want it faster.
Right.
But it wasn't nothing in the middle where it's like, man, it's quality, but I ain't gotta sit at a table and it's just, here you go, you know, fast casual. And before that category was introduced to you, you didn't have a category for it. So it's kind of like before, you know, I was here, it was like, well, we didn't have a category for what you're doing, and now, man, hopefully more people just keep coming. You know
Now,
what I mean?
do you like to put yourself, because every time I talk to you, I
Yeah.
always have a difficulty because I get ready to say, you know,
Yeah.
Christian rap, or,
Yeah.
you know, and then I say,
Holy
no,
hip-hop,
yeah,
or-
holy hip hop, and then I'm like, when I hear your music though, I'm just being honest with you, I don't hear the label.
Yeah, that's good. That's how I like it.
You know what I'm saying? I
That's
don't
how
hear the
like
label.
it. I mean, Lecrae, the person, love Jesus. You know, I ain't ashamed of that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't. I'm just here to show people that you can do music, you can love God and do music, and it ain't got to be gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like, end of the day, it's like, do you love God? Yes. So you do music. Well, just because you love God don't mean you got to do gospel music. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I make music about everything. You know what I'm saying? We talk
Somebody
about,
might feel that you get in favor because all the other cats have not been able still to do what you are doing.
Yeah.
You are the leader, and whatever.
Sure.
I don't. Again, not
I
to
know
put
what
you
you're
in that
saying.
market,
I
but
know
you're
what you're
that
saying.
leader. So I know some of those guys looking at you. Why Lecrae? How is he able to do it?
You got to, like I said, endure the hate, and you got to take some risk. It's like, man, like, if all you want to do is a song with, you know, gospel artists, that's you. That's how you roll, I think. But for a lot of us, we grew up in hip hop. This is all we know. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't meet God till I was a grown man. So it's like all I knew was UGK. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what did you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, man, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the people that I came up with. You know, I just got through talking to Bun, and it was like, he was like, man, I appreciate everything you're doing. Matter of fact, man, we was chopping up on some spiritual stuff, but everybody don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have those type of people that they can get going all them lanes with. And so you know, I'm just that same person. It's like, man, you could be yourself around me, be who you gonna be. I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, and you know, I may not condone everything, but I ain't gonna condemn you for nothing, man. I'm here to, you know, yeah.
Because of that, I think that is it intentional the way that you're going? Because, like you say, you ain't afraid to say, I love Jesus.
For sure.
I love talking about God.
Yeah.
And I think what it does, because the music that you're doing, there's some people that intentionally may start listening more to you, hearing the message, and next thing you know, you done caught somebody in that net. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
So I'm saying, is that intentional?
End of the day, I hope everybody gets affected and impacted by music. You know what I'm saying? By the music that I make. You know what I'm saying? To spiritual ends, to social ends. You know what I'm saying? I got music that I want people, you know, some people who, you know, just caught up in becoming what society thinks they should be instead of being, you know, who they was made to be. So hopefully you get the message now. Hopefully, you know, listen to Jay-Z, you know, 444. Hopefully a lot of dudes hear that and say, you know what, man, I'm wasting my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what the point of it is for you to be like, oh, man, you know, he just enlightened me to some stuff. So that's why I do the music that I do, to reach people on a real level. And sometimes it's about spirituality, and sometimes it's about social stuff. Sometimes it's about relationships, everything else. You know what I mean?
What's the next move for Lecrae at this point? Because really, it's kind of like you are OG at this point.
Man.
You know, you've done it all. You've done it successfully. So what could possibly be done? Because the point had probably always been, I want to prove that I can do what I do, have the message that I have, and I can get everybody to appreciate what I do. I can do a car show. Because everybody that tries to, that's in the world, I hate to say it like that.
I know what you're saying. Everybody that comes from all the worlds that I've been able to been in.
They will not be able to do the car show, or they will not be able to rock concert halls the way you can be on the regular bill with everybody else's favorite artists.
Yeah. You just got to be, like I said, end of the day, be yourself. And that's me being me. And so I always tell people, you know, I'm righteous and ratchet. And you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? The ratchet folks got to deal with the righteous side of me, and the righteous folks got to deal with the ratchet side of me. You know what I'm saying? You just got to deal with that. But that's who I am. So I'm going to connect to everybody else who's running in that same lane. And it ain't no compromise on me being who I am, but be yourself. And I think if you can be yourself, man, who knows what kind of doors and opportunities will open up for you. And you know, as far as goals is concerned, like what I got, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get swole as Mac. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm
getting swole.
Yeah,
okay, getting
fun,
swole.
You know, I'm talking about,
you do the label thing already, so I don't know if you're gonna continue to do that.
Man,
is it more artists? Is it more music?
Yep, trying to run with these young boys and I'm wearing my executive hat. You know what I'm saying? I've been meeting with a lot of cats, you know, just other label owners trying to get game. Man, shout out to Shaka Zulu for just being somebody who can sit and tell me how to, you know, giving me game and folks like that, and just to.
Shaka Zulu is a manager. He manages Ludacris. For those that don't know, like, who the hell is Shaka Zulu?
But you know, Luda had a unique brand, and he started hearing, and he ends up, you know, so it's like that's somebody who I was like, man, let me pick your brain.
You trying to tell me you're doing movies next? Is that what you trying to tell me?
Listen, man, as soon as I get my abs to poke out, my arms to poke out like that, you know what I'm saying?
We may see you in the movie. I'm being serious. Is that a direction that
sure.
really?
Yeah. So we're working on some stuff now as far as movies are concerned. The album is on the way. Yeah. So, you know, we definitely got the album, and then
you got the single.
Yeah, the single, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, we running with that, and you know, the videos out there, and man, we just music is one of my loves, but at the end of the day, man, I grew up loving Diddy and Russell Simmons, and so the shoes that they walk in, man, is the shoes that I want to do in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So in a different way, and man, and just continue to build and create room for other artists to do their thing.
Lecrae, y'all, at the Incredible Dub Car Show, one of our favorites, straight out to H-Town.
You feel me?
We love everything you do. There ain't really much more to say, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you. You feel me? I always show love, man.
Oh, real quick, everybody watching, tell them where they can follow you on social media, Lecrae.
Make sure you follow me at Lecrae. It's Lecrae. If you don't follow me at that, if you don't spell it right, you're not following the right person. No blue check, no respect. All right. That's all I'm trying to say. But, man, follow me, man. I promise I'll take you somewhere. Yeah.
The 2017 Monster Energy Dub Car Show, fueled by Netto Tires, the Houston Health Department, the U.S. Army, Bud Light, and 97.9 The Box.